I think we're live.
I
It
think we
just
are. It
says
says
live.
live on the top, so
There
we're
we
gonna
are. All
believe
right.
it.
Well, if you can see us, leave us a comment. We're excited to be here with you guys tonight, and that you could join us on this Monday after the holiday weekend. I had a really fun one. I'm a big parade person, and we have a big parade in Beaufort, so that's
You
always
are
really
usually
fun.
in the parades. I swear. You are so many times, like the Christmas parade, the Easter parade. You're in a lot of the parades.
Well, I like a parade. I mean, I will be honest. I will be honest. I considered being in the 4th of July parade, but I really like to watch that one because it's so much fun. And hi, Laura.
Hi,
I'm watching
Laura
people
Whitfield.
join. This is so fun. Hi, Beth Higman. Hi, Deborah. Oh, this is so fun to see everybody joining. Oh, or not. Sorry. All right, Patti, tell me about your 4th of July. How was it? What did you do?
It was so much fun. So I am older than Christy. And so I remember the bicentennial. And if you had told me when I was at the bicentennial parade, I posted a picture of it on my Instagram stories,
Yeah.
that I would be at the 250, not just the 200, I would have said, "That's a million years away.
Right.
I'll never be that old." Like, it's hilarious the way that we view time, but then if somebody would have said, "You're gonna be with your whole family and your 3 kids," and I know, and with people you love on the water, it
It's
just
so fun. It's so fun.
I said in my Instagram post, I was watching this thing by Ken Burns last night about his PBS series
Yeah.
about the Revolutionary War.
Yeah.
And he, made a comment that we've built this country over the last 250 years and let's keep let's keep doing that. I just butchered his quote, but
Mhm.
essentially, like, we started off strong, let's keep it going. And it was kind of emotional to watch him talk about it. So
Oh, that's really neat. Yeah, I mean, it was amazing. It's amazing to think about 250 years and just how long
no.
that is. I mean, we're really getting up there, so that's exciting. Well,
Well,
we're here.
I know that we brought everyone here and we don't want to keep you
Yes,
for an announcement. Can I do a drum roll for you to do it?
obviously.
You
Please.
know that's my
I mean, if
thing.
you don't do a drum roll, there's not an announcement at all.
True that. Ready?
Yes, ready.
Ta-da!
So, our announcement tonight, this afternoon, very exciting. We are announcing the next latest and greatest Friends and Fiction subscription with Oxford Exchange. You can go on the Oxford Exchange website to check it out, but in the box, you will get a copy of Falling for Peachtree Bluff on September 15th, on or around September 15th. And Patti,
A
what else will we be
first
getting?
edition signed copy, dun, 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 of The Heart of the Wild on Pub Day. And you will be getting these with Friends and Fiction. Very well handcrafted. Christy and I spent hours and hours on deciding the swag that goes in this subscription box. So
Should we
tell
should we
them about
tell
it.
them? I was gonna say I've been
Yes.
working on it this afternoon. It's very exciting. So one of our really fun pieces of swag are these really cool acrylic keychains that we're having made for you guys, and they're a little book. I don't know how to show them to you because we don't really have that feature on here, but when we'll get pictures as soon as they come in. But they're these really cool die cut acrylic keychains, and they're an open book, and they say like I read Friends and Fiction, which I absolutely love. And then, do you want to tell them the other thing?
Yes. So
Yeah.
this was my idea. And Christy was like, yes. And the keychain was her idea. And I was like, yes. We had a lot of other ideas that we discarded, but these are really fun.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you can ever I've seen these everywhere and I've always wanted them for all my books, and that's stickers that say this belongs to the library of, and then you put your name in it.
Yeah.
So this one has I read Friends and Fiction and from the library of, and you'll get a whole pack of stickers to put in your book, and then put your name in it, so people, when they borrow your book, they give it back.
Ideally.
So
Ideally.
somebody just asked if you could get the Friends and Fiction swag if you ordered from another independent. And no, to get the Friends and Fiction swag, you have to order from the Friends and Fiction subscription box.
Yeah. Because we
But
don't actually have the swag. Like, the swag goes to Oxford Exchange, and it's, like, their specific Oxford Exchange swag.
so Oxford Exchange is an independent bookstore in Tampa, Florida. And they do an incredible job with these subscription boxes
Mhm.
for us. And we started Friends in Fiction with our cohorts, Mary Kay and Kristen, all those years ago, 6 years ago to be exact,
Yeah.
to support independent bookstores. So we do it through that one. Now there'll be other things through the months that you'll hear about, but
Yes.
we are here to announce the Friends in Fiction.
Yes, we're just announcing that tonight, but I will say I'm a little closer. So my book's coming out in like 2.5 months, less than 2.5 months. Oh my gosh. Wow. But so we are about to announce the pre-order freebies, which, I mean, I guess I could because we're here and we're live. But we're going to do something really cool that I've actually never done before, and I'm so excited about it. And I've been dreaming it up for like months. When you pre-order, there's going to be like a little pre-order freebie form. It's not set up yet. You can pre-order from anywhere you like. And
Including the subscription box. Yeah.
including the subscription box. So subscription box, not subscription box, whatever you want. But you are going to get a 3-month subscription to what we're calling the Peachtree Post. And so every month there's going to be like a little letter from me. And like the first month, there's going to be a map of Peachtree Bluff. And anyway, stay tuned for all the details. But there's going to be a lot of fun stuff in each of those little letters, little notes that you're going to get that are Peachtree Bluff themed. So I'm really excited about that because I have been wanting to do it for a long time. So I'm kind of pumped up about it. So it's gonna be fun.
It's really fun. And there'll be lots of other things coming up if you follow us on Substack and
Yes.
Instagram. But I thought it might be fun. Christy, why don't you read the first line of Peachtree Bluff and tell us a little bit about it?
Oh, I love that. That's so fun. Okay. And I was gonna remind everyone, if you're on here live, we can see your
Yeah, send us your questions. We're going
so
to do a
send us
little
your
bit of a live.
questions, and if you have any questions you want us to answer. And they don't even have to be about these books. They can be about anything. We'll talk about whatever you want. Do you want like literally the first line and that's it?
Yes, read
Okay.
the first line.
As humans, we are wired to forget.
Oh, I love that.
Thanks. Thanks. And I actually think so this never happens to me. Never happens to me. But with that said, if something happens to Biscuit, Biscuit is fine. Lizette. Biscuit is probably like 27 now in this book, but like Biscuit is Biscuit's good.
So funny.
But I actually think this was the actual first line that I wrote of this book, which never happens to me. Does that happen to you?
Mm-mm.
Okay, I will. I want to hear your first line.
So my first line is chapter one.
Mhm,
Hawk, Nantahala National Forest, 1972.
mhm.
The mountain wants to keep the lost girl who stumbles into the dense summer woods.
The mountain wants to keep her.
The mountain wants to keep the lost girl who
I love it.
stumbles. As always, the lonely are desperate to hold what wanders into their depths.
I love it. That's
Yes, so that's the
amazing.
first line. And so it is about, obviously, a young girl lost in the woods.
I love that. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I can't wait to read it. I've been hearing about it for
Well, I can't wait to read, which, speaking of, your advanced reader copies are just going out.
they are. Yeah.
Mine will be out for a couple months. So, what else can you tell them about it? And for people who are joining late, what we're here announcing is that our books will be in a Friends and Fiction subscription box. We'll be putting the link up on our Substacks, but you can also go to friendsandfiction.com or Oxford Exchange, which is an independent bookstore, and you will be getting our books signed first edition on the day they come out with some really cool swag that we talked about. So,
Yes, we're very excited. So what can I tell you? So I could tell you all the things. I'm so excited about it. So in this book, we have, all of our Murphy women back in Peachtree Bluff because Emerson, the youngest sister, is planning her wedding. She's about to get married, so everyone's sort of gathered for that. Sloan is actually living in Peachtree Bluff. She is very pregnant. She is building a house that is not going well. And Emerson is trying to have another baby, and that is not going well. And of course, Caroline, the eldest sister, is always there to just like swoop in and handle everything for them. And she actually finds herself in the middle of a very fun love triangle with Emerson's hunky co star on the new movie she's filming and her ex husband, James. So that's kind of exciting. But kind of the really main premise of this book is there's a big scandal that comes out in Peachtree Bluff, and it looks like Jack, Ansley's husband, might be at the center of the scandal. So it really makes all of these women question if this person is actually who they thought he was, or if maybe they have kind of been fooled about him the entire time. So, oh, Lizette is Team James coming in with the unpopular opinion. I love it. Nice.
So fun. Team James. I'm not voting teams until I read the book. I need to know what happened.
Yeah, you have to read the book. You have to read the book.
I need to read the book first.
Uh-huh.
All right. So, Heart of the Wild, I have this book is not out for 10 months, but I will just give you the very first hints. The year is 1972. One girl is lost in the deep forest of North Carolina. One girl is hiding in the same forest. And there's one desperate mother who will do anything to save her daughter. Their three stories collide, changing their lives and that of the small mountain town forever. We meet Emma, who's turning 15 when her mother takes her to this small town in North Carolina, saying that she's there to teach for the summer. But Emma knows there's another reason, and she doesn't know what it is. And before she can try to find out why, she is sent away to youth group camp. And if I could see your hands, I would say, everybody raise your hand who went to youth group camp. And then we'd all agree that it's a whole thing. And if you're a stranger in a youth group camp, it's very possible that you might get left behind. So on the last day of the retreat, that is what happens. And all she has with her for comfort is her father's worn copy of The Heart of the Wild. And as these three women and their stories collide, they are forced to discover their strength and their will to survive with both harrowing and mystical things that happen in the middle of this deep national forest. And that's all I'm going to tell you for now.
Very exciting.
Do you want to grab some of the live questions before we let everybody go to their dinner plans?
I wanted to do two truths and a lie.
Oh, let's do it.
Let's
do you guys want to
it.
do two truths and a lie and play along with us?
Yeah, so you guys have to guess which is the lie. All right, so Patti, you go first.
Okay. For Heart of the Wild, number one, I interviewed search and rescue operators and went into the forest with one of them to make hot chocolate from river water. Second was, I revisited the place I fell 13 years ago and got lost again. Number three, this was partially inspired by my niece who was left behind during a camp biking excursion in the woods.
I'm pausing to tell Cindy that the first book was my falling for Peachtree Bluff. Yes, it was. That's exactly right. This is hard. I know that you interviewed search and rescue operators.
I did.
Hot chocolate from river water. Like, I don't know. That feels like that could be true.
Okay.
Okay, here's what I think. I think number 2 is the lie because I know that you revisited the place you fell 13 years ago, but I don't think you got lost again.
You think that's the lie?
I think that's the lie.
It is.
Yay!
So for everyone out there, this book was inspired by a hiking accident I had 13 years ago. And I did revisit that place with the search and rescue people, and I did not get lost a second time.
I'm glad you didn't get lost again. That was probably unfair, but I just felt like you would have told me if you'd gotten lost again. I was like, I think I would have heard about that.
All right. Tell me your two truths and a
Okay.
lie.
Number one, I wrote this book 5 years ago, right after I finished Christmas in Peachtree Bluff. So that's
Okay.
number one. Number two, something that I wrote in this book had not happened yet in Beaufort and then happened in Beaufort after I wrote this book.
Okay.
And number three, I wrote this book from the point of view of all three sisters.
Okay. I think the lie is number one because I know you started this book after Christmas and Peach Trip, but you didn't finish it.
Mm.
So
You know,
that's the lie.
that's actually technically true.
Yeah.
Actually, I did,
Yeah.
but that is not, but the lie is really, it's written from 5 points of view. It's Caroline, Sloan, Emerson, Ansley, and Vivi. But I did not finish the book as soon as Christmas in Peachtree Bluff, but I did. But so when y'all are reading this book, the big thing that I'm talking about that like people think Jack is in charge of, I wrote that. And then it happened like 3 years later. It was like almost weird. Like my husband was like, "Oh my God, that's like the weirdest thing of all time." So when
That
you're
is
reading it,
amazing.
you can be like, "What?" Yeah,
Book
it's a
and
very
Cookie in Mix said, I can't read that tiny print, said 5 points of view. Yes, 5 points of
yes.
view.
Christmas in Peachtree Bluff was 5 points of view too. So
Okay.
if you read that one, it's, it'll be
All
fine.
right. You guys have got us for a few minutes. Do you have any questions?
Any burning questions? Um, I have one from earlier from Alexis who wants to know, Patti, how it felt to make the transition from contemporary to historical fiction, and will you ever go back?
Oh, wow. I mean, I didn't think about it that way. I didn't think I was making this transition from contemporary
Okay.
to historical. I felt like, oh, I want to tell the story about this woman who lived in 1952
Right.
and married C.S. Lewis. And the next thing
Right.
I knew, I was off and running, telling truths, telling fictional stories based on or inspired by true events. So I think that's more what it is that I'm telling fictional stories that are inspired by true, and this time about me. So this novel, Heart of the Wild, is set in 1972,
Mhm.
and they call that historical, which hurts my feelings.
It's wild, isn't it?
Yes.
Yep.
So, Christy, Leanne wants to know how you originally got the idea for the whole Peachtree Bluff series. Let me see if I can scroll through
Okay.
the questions.
So this is kind of a funny story. I was not planning on writing a series ever. I had written a book called Falling for Peachtree Bluff. If you follow me on Instagram, and you might have heard this week, so I'm sorry if you have to hear it again. But um, I wasn't planning on writing a series at all. I'd written a book called Falling Feels Like Falling. And I was out on, and my publishing house didn't want it. They wanted me to write something darker, which I thought was kind of funny. I was like, that's not really I don't really want to do that. It's not really what I do.
Yeah.
But I thought my career was over. I was like, I'm done. I'm toast. And there was an editor that we submitted Feels Like Falling to at Gallery Books. And she wrote me an email and she said, I love this book, but I think that the next right move for your career is to write a series. And I didn't have an idea for a series. And I was out on book tour. And Patti, as you know, when we're on book tour, we're having like 20-hour days. We're not sleeping. We're not eating anything that doesn't come out of a package. Like the only thing you can think of is like what's in front of you. You've got to get through today and then tomorrow. And even if you think about like the event 10 days from now, you like panic,
Yeah.
like you can't. It's just, so I was like, I don't have an idea for a series, but she wanted to talk to me on the phone. And my agent was like, just whatever you do, don't pitch her the idea for the series. It's like, I don't have an idea for a series. So it's
Yeah.
completely fine. So for some reason, we start talking about sisters and writing about sisters. And she says, I love the way you write about sisters. And I said, I want to write a series about sisters. Why?
It
I
just
would have said
came
that.
out.
It
It
just
just,
popped out of my mouth. Popped out of my mouth. And she was like, okay, well, tell me more about that. And my mom and I have been talking about all these people coming home to live with their parents in their 30s. And I was like, I'm going to write about these three grown sisters who come back home to live with their mother. And this man comes back from her past and he's carrying this big secret. So, of course, she says, what's the secret? And the only thing I can think of, so this is another little fun fact for people who have read Slightly South of Simple. It's the first book in the series. It's the one where kind of the secret that the whole series hinges on unravels. And that was an actual true story that someone told me, like a deathbed confession that someone made to me. And they were like, I'm the last living person that knows this story. And I think you should write a book about it. And I was like, I could never write about that because no one would ever believe it. But I just piled out with it and ended up getting the deal for the Peachtree Bluff series. And it was crazy. I mean, it was absolutely crazy. I had not written one word of it. And this was not like, it's not now we've written a lot of books, right? So
Yeah.
somebody probably thinks they can write a book. At that point, like, who knew if I could write a book? I'd only written two of them.
Yeah.
But it worked out great. And then Feels Like Falling came out too. So it was perfect.
Oh, I love origin stories. You know that. Okay, Barbara asked the question. She said, "Christy, I love your cover. Was it the first choice?"
Do you know what it was? It was the only one that I saw, and I believe yours was the only one too, right? I mean, I know the colors were slightly changed, but
Yeah, I mean, this one of the rare events where like they sent me the
yeah.
cover and my agent and I texted each other within 2 minutes of each other and we're like, "You love it, right? You love it, right?" And we both loved it. Now the colors have changed a little and
Yeah.
the hawk is now sideways, so you can tell it's in flight. I'm
Mhm.
like, um,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah,
But I actually think this is the only one they sent me. Now, I'm sure there were probably more, but the thing about this cover that's really crazy, and you know me, I love a good cover reenactment, so I will be reenacting this cover. This looks exactly like the street behind my house, and Peachtree Bluff is like a fictionalization of Beaufort where I live. It's unbelievable how much it looks like the street behind my house and, like, the way the bike and the fences and it's the same type of picket fence and the way the road ends right here, like, it's very bizarre, so I can't wait to reenact it because
I'm not reenacting.
I think you should. Patty, you could be the hawk. You could, like, be lowered in by helicopter.
I mean, I guess I could go down to the river at the national forest, but
Just try a little harder, okay?
just
Just try.
God, just get a little bit more creative. All right, Christy, why don't you remind everybody how to get it for people who joined late, and we will wrap it up.
Okay, so Oxford Exchange. So Patty and I are going to send this video that we just did out on our Substack emails. So we will have the link in our emails. We'll have the link on our social media. But if you go to Oxford Exchange and there's a little Friends and Fiction tab, and there should be the new box up there. The link is live, so that's very exciting. And just a little fun thing. So if they order by July,
We have another thing to give away.
so if
Yes.
they order by July 22nd, what are they going to get?
We are going to have a Patty and Christy book club in December. What did we decide? December 1st?
Yep, December 1st.
And for anybody who orders because they watched this Substack, we are going to do a book club with backstory. For Christy, there will be spoilers. For mine, there won't
Yeah.
be. And we will have we'll do giveaways that night, but we are going to do a special book club for the Substack watchers who order this on December 1st. So there'll be more information about that coming out.
Yeah, so we're so excited. We can't wait. So yeah, $2, little swag, fun behind the scenes book club. We're so excited. Thank you guys so much for supporting us all these years, all these books. We're so grateful. We cannot wait. And hopefully we'll have some more fun surprises for you guys sprinkled in along the way. But
Yeah.
it's always exciting. It feels like the beginning of everything when the Friends and Fiction box comes out.
As soon as we announced the Friends and Fiction box, it's like, all right,
All the dominoes are falling.
I know that the plane is on the runway, so
Yes.
let's go. All right.
Yes, and I will say while I have everybody, I'm announcing my tour on Friday, so stay tuned.
Cool.
I know, I'm excited.
And I
Okay,
might be joining you for one of your events. So we're going to try and figure that out. Our fingers.
fingers
No.
crossed.
No.
All right, well, thanks everybody for joining us. Thanks, Patty. Have a good night.
Bye, sweetheart. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.